Bridgestone Thundersport 500s line up onto the grid. The sun is out and Adam Shelton's looking for win number 11 on the trot. He's been in stunning form since joining the championship at Cadwell Park. Second on the grid here, Adam Pelfreman. He's in pretty much nearly every race we've got here at Thundersport GB. He's sure to want to get another podium. Look out for Steve Tomes though, Nick Clift on the front row, and of course championship leader Andy Lawson.
Yeah, thanks very much, Steve. We shall indeed. Some very interesting grid positions too. It was a wet qualifying, as I said, and the track conditions very much kinder now. But yes, Nick Clift on that front row, fantastic qualifying from him. Nick Mallinson and Matt Bilton and Lewis Osler up on the second row, along with that championship points leader Andy Lawson. But as they get away again, Steve, it's the youngster Adam Shelton from Hull, who, well, basically he's racing on fresh air like a lot of young British racers, but such a talented rider, and in this one-make series has proved, well, almost uncatchable of late.
Yes, we knew he was a talent back in 2008 in the Aprilia Super Teens, but he's coming into this series late on, and 11 wins on the trot. Well, that tells you enough. It tells you all you need to know. Last time he came here, he took a win in the Aprilia Super Teens, but it was 3 years ago.
It's good to see also at Brands Hatch that Steve Tomes is back in the saddle. He started the season as a regular in Bridgestone Thundersport 500s, but he spent a lot of the season involved in classic racing. I've seen him in quite a few classic races in the Lansdowne Series and the Bonhams British Historic GP Championship, but now he's back on the 500s, and I tell you what, it's a really good measure of Adam Shelton's progress that already he can be this far ahead of somebody with the experience and skill of Steve Tomes.
Yeah, he just got a lot away from the line so well, and already he's got himself, what, a 2-3 second lead. Steve Tomes is in second with the white helmet. In third place there is Andy Lawson, the Scotsman, number 12, who leads the championship, and that, number 82, is Lewis Osler, who's been having one of his best weekends ever.
Yeah, a very difficult situation, it has to be said, for Andy Lawson, because he's been wonderful all year in this series, and he's stacked up the points, but at this stage of the season, it must be getting a little bit clenching for him, the fact that young Adam Shelton's coming and taking so many wins. He just really, if he can maintain his performance level and keep his nerve, he just really, if he finishes just behind Adam Shelton in all the races there are, he's going to win the championship, but it's a difficult ask, isn't it?
It is, yes. Steve Tomes there running out of circuit almost from the exit of Paddock Hill Bend. But yes, Andy Lawson, he won't like the fact that he's not had a win for quite a while. Of course, Adam Shelton could still win the championship, but he needs Andy Lawson, as you say, to have some pretty horrific rounds. But he will be getting nervous. But each time Adam wins a race, it just prolongs the wait for the championship for Lawson.
Yep. Again, there they run through there, and Lewis Osler having a really good run indeed, just ahead of Matt Bilton, and Matt's been very quick here at Brands all weekend, and of course he's an experienced rider.
Yeah, Matt has really shown some signs of progress here. The rider sponsored by HB Motorcycles has gone very well. He's shown up well in damp and dry conditions, and he's up the inside there of Lewis Osler. And Osler looking for his first podium, desperately looking for that podium. And look at this gaggle here. Well, pick one out. There's Dynamite Bailey just ahead of the Soul Kawasaki, Joey Barton.
Yes, Joey, who missed a round or two, but good to see the Kawasaki out there. All of the other machines, of course, Hondas, plenty of 500s are potentially able to run this series. It's just the Honda has been the weapon of choice for so many, but good to have a little bit of variety from Joe.
Yeah, you can pick these Honda CV500s up relatively cheap, and that's what makes it such a great racing class. You can race the ER500, the Suzuki also, but it's not shown to be quite as competitive as these Hondas, which is why we have 99.9% of the riders on them.
Yep, Darrell Harrison. Another good performance from him. Steve Waterhouse, I can see going through as well. And there we see Andy Lawson. There or thereabouts, he's dropped away. Now, the one thing that Andy needs to be very careful about is that he doesn't let too many people get between himself and Adam Shelton, because it's those sort of margins. If something, as you mentioned earlier, if he had one mechanical problem, you know, this is going to tell with just Alton Park and Mallory Park to come after this weekend. Really, Andy needs to still finish as near to the front as possible.
Yeah, and if there's ever a time to finish, it's these last few rounds, and Alton Park, of course, double points. You fall off in one of them, you'll know about it. There is Andy Lawson, and Matt Bilton is up on the inside of him there with the green and white leathers, so he's lost another place there. A bit further back, that's Steve Kane from Newcastle, just ahead of Joe Barton. Barton taking the outside line.
And if you're going to hang it all the way around the outside of Clearways, it looks as though he might. Well, he's sort of run out of road there, and but he'll be having a thoroughly good time, as they do down the field at Bridgestone Thundersport 500. A very happy bunch in the paddock, and up the front, Adam Shelton. I think one of the things about Adam this year as well, Steve, is, I would say, grown up, because that sounds almost patronising. I really don't mean to be, but he's certainly a very calm young chap, and the jumping teenager, perhaps, or young teen when he was doing super teens. It's now been replaced by somebody absolutely full of confidence to go along with his ability.
It has. It's helped his racing amazingly, number 61. And, well, to come into this championship as late as he did and now be second overall just proves how quick he is. I've never seen anyone push a Thundersport 500 machine as hard as he does. You'll be able to hear the rear end braking. There you go, into Druids. He is right on the edge.
And I tell you what, the way he chucks it around as well, it looks like a lot smaller bike around the circuit. Some of these bikes do look quite heavy and clunky in some people's hands, but Adam just makes it sing and dance, and sign of a brilliant rider. Nick Clift there, another of our great improvers towards the end of the season, number 32, Nick Clift. Adam crosses the line down below us, in the lead still. Yeah,
look at this, up the inside of two slower riders into Paddock Hill Bend. The last lap flag is out, and it's going to be another. It's going to be win number 11 on the trot there for Adam Shelton. Steve Tomes still in second position, Matt Bilton third.
Yep, they are well down the road though. He's got himself fat part of 10 seconds advantage out the front, as Adam. He's got a lot of work to do towards the end. The Indy circuit, as we said, it's a short lap, and it's another huge grid for the Bridgestone Thundersport 500s, and it means there's no time to sit back and relax. But Adam Shelton, we'll see the checkered flag even now being made ready, and that is another excellent victory. Yes, he'll have that to add to the roster. 11 on the trot now, Steve. Yeah. So Adam Shelton, then, number 61, wins the first of the Bridgestone Thundersport 500 races from Steve Tomes. Matt Bilton was next in third, Andy Lawson in fourth, Lewis Osler fifth, and Adam Portman in sixth. There on the podium, Adam Shelton, between Steve Tomes and Matt Bilton.
Winner of the 500 race, that's 11 on the trot now, Adam Shelton, and a new lap record. You know, everybody was saying that Andy Lawson's home and dry with this championship, and you're saying otherwise.
Well, it's gone out the way we wanted it today. It was really close yesterday. I didn't really know what to expect, but aside from the other tracks we've ridden this year, apart from, Snetterton 300, I think this one requires the most, refinement in your riding sort of thing, just getting it down, and I think today it sort of clicked. So, yeah, I'd just like to say a massive thanks to Steve and Louise for coming, and James for giving up his weekend, and a big get well as well to Dave at DRS and everyone at DRS Racing, and Andy Barker for the tyre and lending us the van and filling it up with fuel. Thank you.